Well, hello there. Welcome, Internet, to yet another edition of your Gamerish Network weekly podcast, where we like to go over all your gaming news and all of your TV shows, movie book, comic books, media, music. Well, if you nerd on it, more than likely, and it's news, we're going to talk about it.
We know the issue should.
So this is episode 14 of season 2. With me, as always, is Andre.
What up, people? BK Brawler.
And my man Eric.
Yo, what's up?
All right, and I am Captain BD, aka Michael Brevard Decker, aka The Hick. So, a few topics of discussion today. Obviously, we're going to get into the listing off the games that we saw in State of Play today. Sony had State of Play. They didn't. Well, I'll talk about that later. But I've got about 5 topics of games, and then Eric's got some really cool shit to discuss with some TV shows and some. I've actually got a heat-seeking missile to ask you when your time comes too. And I read this and I looked into it, and it was true.
Okay.
So Andre's gonna give us the scoop on all this damn shit. First off, first topic, first on the ducket, the whatever. First thing I'm going to talk about today. First thing on the report. Xcloud finally has a date. The date is set. It's September 15th. It will work on basically everything. All of your phones, your Androids, your tablets, your TVs, your freaking not yet. I'm going to bust them with it. It's going to work on your computers. It's going to work on every single thing unless it runs on iOS, and then it's not going to run for that shit. So why I'm bringing this up with the news of the week is that this is what we've been talking about, what this group has been talking about for a while. Microsoft isn't in a war with PlayStation. Microsoft's in a bigger company war with bigger companies. Microsoft's in a war with Amazon, with Google, and now we're seeing with Apple. Apple's massive. Microsoft's at war with them. Microsoft wants to be on iOS. Apple says, no, you're a direct competitor. We're not going to do that shit. Dre? What you got for me?
Yeah, what's funny about that is because the Xcloud preview was on iOS. They did let them preview it, and up till yesterday, they took it off of iOS. I believe it was yesterday or the day before. They got to take it off of iOS because of iOS's terms and agreements, as usual, which is the same reason why you guys don't have Google Stadia on there as well. But this is, Xcloud is going to be some good shit. I can't wait for it to come into full fruition. I love my Stadia. I love being able to watch my kids and know that I can watch my games at the same time on my damn phone while my kids are running around in the living room, and I can just be on my phone playing my Xbox or playing my damn Stadia games or Game Pass, because that will be included in this. And I guess that ties into Microsoft getting rid of their gold or their 12-month subscriptions, because they're trying to get all of you to subscribe to the $16 a month Xbox Game Pass, which a lot of people are hating on, but you're getting Game Pass, you're getting Xcloud, and you're getting 100 fucking games a month. Like, what is there to hate about? If it was on PlayStation Now, you guys are like, look what PlayStation Now is doing. Oh my God.
When Xcloud launches, there's going to be 100 games.
100 fucking games for you to play on your damn phone right there and then. PlayStation Now, you guys can keep talking about the 100 more games, but a bunch of you aren't playing any of those games because you're like, I want to use my PS2 and PS1 disc, so shut the fuck up. Like I say once a week, Go ahead, E, if you have any thoughts on this.
No, I'm good. This sounds interesting, though.
So, yeah, this is what we've been talking about, man, so for a while, Nintendo's played their own game, right? They don't really give a shit what PlayStation and Microsoft's doing. They don't give a fuck. They put out a system every 5-6 years. They throw us a Mario. They throw us a Zelda. Who gives a fuck? That's their own game.
And we enable it. Like I said before, we enable it.
So this is what Microsoft's been talking about. They don't really care what PlayStation's doing. They're in a different ball game now. And this is the ball game that we're going to see. Well, hopefully what happens. I've never had an Apple anything. Have you, Dre?
Yeah, when iPhone first came out, I was the only person in high school with one, and people used to tell me, "Oh, Blackberries or sidekicks were the shit," and I'm like, iPhone is gonna be the latest and greatest piece of technology known to man. But by the time everyone had one, then I dropped off. I like, fuck it. Now you guys are seeing what I'm talking about. I'm going to Android.
E, do you have any? Have you ever had an iPhone?
I have an iPhone, yes.
Do you play Apple Arcade?
Yeah, no.
I've really everything I've ever heard from it's not bad. So hopefully, what happens here is maybe that makes competition. I think is good. I think it makes it makes companies want to earn our business, and by doing that, they've got to give us good shit. So maybe Apple's gonna up their game a little bit with their Apple Arcade. Who knows? So we'll put that one to rest. All right, Spider-Man, big news this week. A lot of talk about fucking Spider-Man, and there should be. He's arguably the most popular comic book character right now. I mean, Batman, Superman, of course, but Marvel for sure, probably the most popular comic book character.
Yeah.
So, who's the company that does? Why can't I think of the company? It's not SquareSoft. It's the Tomb Raider company.
Crystal Dynamics.
Crystal Dynamics, guys. They're releasing a game pretty soon called Marvel Avengers. PlayStation gets a lot of rights to Marvel and Spider-Man. So because of that,
character,
PlayStation is going to get a beta this week that nobody else gets. It's an early access beta just for PlayStation 4 people to play this game. And then I think next weekend or even the weekend after, people can finally start playing.
Yeah.
That was already kind of BS in my opinion. So the next thing is they just said, hey, guess what? When this game releases, or actually it's like next year, isn't it? It's like not even until next year. 2021, you guys are going to play with Spider-Man. Everybody freaked out.
It's not going to come out with it this year when it launches?
I think it's 2021.
Yeah, I think the game comes out in
Spider-Man.
Are you talking about the Spider-Man game itself?
No, Spider-Man, the exclusive character in Marvel Avengers.
So when I get him now, that would be a fail if they wait till next year.
I think I read that's going to be 2021.
That would be dumb. This game is not going to be that popular for too long.
So this pissed a lot of people off because even though PlayStation does do, as far as consoles go, sell way better than Microsoft and Nintendo, Microsoft people, Xbox people still like Spider-Man. People that are playing Google Stadia still like Spider-Man. People on PC still want to play Spider-Man. That sucks. Dre, what do you think?
It was, to me, it's whatever. And the reason it was whatever to me, one, because whatever. I'm going to play with him anyway. Two, because a bunch of people were hating on this Avengers game until they saw Spider-Man was a PlayStation exclusive. Then all of a sudden, here's the means by Avengers on Xbox versus Avengers on PS4. But you guys were hating on this game the whole time. But now that you see PlayStation has some type of exclusive, now all of a sudden you guys are acting like you're going to play the fucking game. Half of you that are hyping this shit up aren't playing this damn game, just hyping it up because you're a Sony pony, and that's all there is to it. Because we don't know how he's gonna play yet. We don't know what this game's gonna play like yet. It's already getting mixed reviews by people that I'm watching, like IGN, GameStop, Easy Allies. I'm watching them, and everyone has, like, some people are saying it's okay. Some people say it starts on a great scale and then it dies down on you as soon as you progress into multiplayer. Some people says it has the Anthem problem with loot. You don't really get the type of loot that you're expecting when you're playing through the game. So this exclusiveness is a good thing, I guess, in a way. If they're waiting until next year, that's gonna kill them. It's definitely gonna kill them because the game is a solid 6.5 to 7 just from me looking at it. I'm supposed to be part of the beta this weekend. I told you I'm going on vacation I'll see. It's a game time decision tomorrow whether or not I'm taking my PlayStation with me. I got to see what the wife's face looks like, whether she sees me packing it.
Yeah, it's a slick move.
Yeah, and so we'll see what happens. But I'm glad that at least I get to play with Spider-Man. See, guys, this is the one thing about having more than one console, people, is that you have options. You don't have to worry about exclusivity. You have options, you know? So if you don't get a chance to play with them, it's partially your fault. And at the end of the day, you guys weren't hype about this game in the first place. And a bunch of you are just pretending like you really care.
All right, before I get to you, there's one thing that I left out. So because of this, fans were like, well, Microsoft should have its own exclusive character. And then everybody's talking about who this should be. Should it be the Hawk? Should it be Wolverine? And then Crystal Dynamics came out and said, no. Guys, it's just Spider-Man for PlayStation 4. We're not going to do any other exclusive characters for any.
You know what? I'm spoiling the stupidest shit I heard all week now that you brought that up. Save this for a drink in a game. So some guy posted on the on the PlayStation thing like, damn, I'm kind of tight that you guys are getting Spider-Man, but you know what?
Are you going to say Master Chief?
Next week, and says that Batman is an exclusive for Xbox.
I read one that said, well, why isn't Master Chief an exclusive for Xbox?
You know, at least that would be even dumber.
I'm going to go through there and take a screenshot for you.
But just for fucking Batman, DC, Marvel, like what the fuck? Like, and I always go through these people, like, I want you guys to know whenever I go through these stupid comments, I always check these people profile pictures out just to see the type of profile pictures they put up, because usually dumb people have dumb profile pictures throughout. So I always go through it and then I get certified like, yeah, this is a dumbass right here, you know. But go ahead, E. Whatever you had to say, man.
What do you want to say about He's got PlayStation. He's going to be playing with Spider-Man.
Hell yeah. So to confirm what you said, yeah, it's Spider-Man's going to be 2021.
Yeah. So we're all fighting over shit that's not even going to happen in the next freaking 4 to 5 months at least.
Yeah, but stuff that's probably going to be on PS5, which a bunch of you probably will not fucking own at that time.
Oh, by the way, guys, I will be playing the beta this week because I do also have a PS4. So even though I'm like, yeah, that sucks, I'll still play Spider-Man 2.
Yeah.
All right, so
here.
Moving along now. You're going to play with me.
How did you get your access to download the game? Because I still have yet to be able to.
All right, well, I might have my GameStop people on here, but I'm going to I've tried to explain this to you, but you weren't.
Oh, yeah, you told me your $5 thing. Okay, you got your code that
you were like, I don't like buying physical copies. You don't have to buy physical copies.
I don't know how the pre-order works, if they're supposed to email me a code, but I don't have any type of access to the game right now.
I might have this code. I wrote it down on a piece of paper. Some dude from GameStop gave me the code over the phone, and I wrote it down, and I downloaded it that day.
Yeah,
that was Monday.
So right now I'm kind of fucked. Well, I guess I'm fucked both ways because I can't download it, even though I pre-ordered, and at the same time I don't see any fucking code showing up.
Listeners, check it out. Here's a pro tip. Okay. Go put $5 on a reservation at a game at GameStop. All right. Now that doesn't mean you have to buy the game. That just means you have $5 on it as a reservation. Every once in a while, a beta is going to come out, and you want the code for that beta. So what you're going to do is whatever reservation you had on whatever game, you're going to just move that over. Be like, I changed my mind. I don't want that game anymore. I want this game with the beta, and they're going to move it over to the beta, and you're going to get that code. You're just going to keep recycling that $5 every single time a beta code comes out. It's a good system. All right. But that's how I got it. It's a physical code. So yeah, from what I've seen, nobody has digital codes.
But I told you I will have my Stadia with me on this vacation. So if you want to play anything on Stadia, like Strange Brigade, me and my son have been getting into that and shit, then
okay. I haven't done Destiny in a while. I really need to bad.
Yeah,
I've been
weekend.
All right, so moving along, Blizzard came back in the news this week, and They've been in the news. You guys remember when Blizzard was just like the darling child of video games and everybody loved Blizzard and how awesome of a company it was to work there?
Have changed.
And then they had the shit a year or 2 years ago with Blitz Chong. And then they had some other shit with the Red Shirt Kid or whatever. And it was a lot of stuff over Hong Kong and people not wanting Blizzard are to speak their truth, basically. Or not Blizzard, but their fans. Anyways, article comes out from Bloomberg, Jason Schreier, and his stuff's really lengthy and he really gets into it. But anyways, nobody's getting paid at Blizzard as far as like devs and people actually making the games, right? Except for the executives, and one executive in particular. I forget this dude's name, but I think he's made 40 million.
Yeah, 40 mil or some shit like that.
And actually, you go ahead. You've read this too.
No.
Okay, so he's made 40 million, but he's got this bullshit thing to where he doesn't make a bonus except for every 5 years. But on that 5th year, he gets 5 bonuses.
Wow.
And they're getting paid like shit money right now.
Same amount of money that they basically got paid when they were hired.
And they're like, what you call it? I like the idea because this is great because you guys all know how companies tell us never disclose how much you're getting paid to other employees. And I love it because one of their employees went out and made a spreadsheet for everybody to write down how much they're getting paid and how much their raises were over the past few years. And I think he got a lot of people, I think maybe up to 60 to 100. I could be wrong. I can't remember what the number was, but he got a lot of people to put it on there. And they saw that a lot of them were only making like 4% extra a year compared to some other people in certain areas of the company. And this is something that's great because I remember I tried this once at one of my old jobs when I told everybody, I'm like, yo, why are we hiding how much we pay? They don't promote us here. They just give us these little raises. And I was like, why don't you guys, everybody just say how much they're getting paid and we all know. And that way we all know exactly what we could ask for in our damn raises instead of just waiting for this fucking 25 cents every fucking year. And it worked. It worked for me because I don't know about everybody else at my job, but I used it to my advantage and got a good increase in raise, you know, but it's shit that happens, guys. This is one way for the workers to take power or take control of your environment. If you guys all know what everyone's making, especially if someone that's doing less than you is making more than you, then that's something you could bring up. If someone that's on the same level as you is making more than you or less than you, vice versa, you guys could go to management about that. This is why companies want us to hide wages from each other, you know, because they don't want, you know, they make it seem like you're special. Hey, we're paying you this much and we don't want you to tell anybody else. But in reality, it's like, hey, we got another guy who's doing the same job as you and we're going to pay him $3 less, you know, but because you're the one who realized how much you're worth, that's why you're getting this money. But just shut the fuck up so everybody else doesn't know. You know,
So
basically how America is.
one more thing I want to say. So basically the excuse for all of this from this rich fucker and from the other executives is that, well, since he's been in charge for the last 10 years or whatever, this was a $16 billion company and now it's a $110 billion company. Well, I have news for you. This is Blizzard Activision. This is the company that makes Call of Duty. You could put a trained fucking dog in that position and Call of Duty will make money. And that's all I got to say on it. E, you got anything?
No, that makes sense. Your analogy makes sense.
So E, I think I remember. I think you read I read that you wrote "The poor get poorer, the rich get richer."
Yeah. Yep.
That's how this world works. America, the most backwards country in the world.
All right. So next thing, and this will be real quick, and then I'm actually going to ask you guys questions that I was supposed to ask you in the beginning of this episode. So GTA 5, it looks like they will be coming to the next generation. Surprise, surprise. But with more exclusives, with way more exclusive content that will only be for next gen. Meaning, hey guys, I know this is the third generation we've been on, but we're gonna need you to buy that shit again.
Full price.
You know, shut up. It's me. Let me not even say I'm passing because it's me. So I can't even say I'm going to try not to buy it. That's as far as I could go. Hey, I'm going to try not to buy it.
I'm going to try not to buy it, but if they say we are going to do if they even hint at a campaign DLC, I'm going to buy it.
All right, because I'm a story guy. So if it's that, then I'm in. And because the multiplayer, if all my cousins go and fucking get it on PlayStation, because that's the only reason I rebought this game again and again, is because my damn family members keep fucking bugging me to play online. If they go ahead and do that again, then I'll hop in with them, even though I think I'm gonna be the only one with a PS5 for a while. God hoping I get my pre-order, you know. But
so guys, by the way, that game this year, 135 million. Not just this year, but since 2013, that game has made it has sold 135 million.
Still in our NPDs, you know.
It's ridiculous. That is it for me. We do have the state of play to go over, but before that, I forgot to. Do you guys want to throw some shirts?
Shirts? I guess. Well, I'm only wearing. I guess you guys saw the Baby Yoda. You know,
nice.
That's what I'm wearing today.
Go, Mike.
Oh, you guys have seen most of it, but
Pickle Rick and Morty, guys.
Pickle Rick. It's a good sitcom. It's a cartoon, but you know, it's also happens to be a sitcom.
I just got back.
What year is that Batman again?
What year? Probably 70s, 80s.
All right. That's the one that slapped Robin, right?
Now, who now?
Wham or whack.
No, that's the 60s. That's the 60s.
Oh, this is all right.
This is the color scheme that I grew up with.
Okay, gotcha. Are we gonna
Did
go?
you say sleep with Batgirl?
Huh?
Did you say sleep with Batgirl?
No, I didn't say that. No, I was saying that's the one that slapped Robin. No.
Oh, slap Robin. No, that's like 60s, 50s, all right. 50s, 60s.
So before we get into state of play, why don't you tell me what you're playing this week and what you've been watching?
Ghost of what's it called?
Yep, I know the game.
Yeah, that's pretty much it. I mean, just what's this? Week 3 playing this game.
Oof. Are you fatiguing?
Yeah. I'm still enjoying it. You know, Act 3, so there's more to explore, things to do. Just pretty much just finishing up on collecting everything. I've got all the bamboo crap.
Oh, so you got the monkey mask?
I do have the monkey mask. Yes. I'm trying to do some of the side missions. You know, I have so much. What's it called? Those things that you pick up, the materials.
Yeah, you're maxed out on everything.
Yeah, like totally. I need silk. That's all I've been needing is silk. So I started doing side quests so I could get some silk.
The only thing I get excited about is flowers, and when I need poison arrows, our poison darts.
Yeah. Or the one that the darts that make them go crazy.
Oh, yeah, I haven't went to Grandmama yet.
I did that pretty soon, like right before I started Act 3.
Yeah, it's on my map. I just never get around to doing it.
Yeah, it's pretty cool to make them fight each other. So.
Yeah. Oh, I got Flaming Sword.
Yeah, so do I. Yeah, I barely use it. Not because I don't want to. It's just that he has so many things. So many.
I only use
weapons.
it for like big dudes because I just think it's funny setting them on fire.
Yeah. Well, what about the ghost mode?
I don't know about ghost mode.
The one where you hit R3. And
oh yeah,
R3
that's just always charged. I never use it.
Really? Why?
Charged. I don't know. Like you said, it's too much shit. We're basically Batman. I think.
Oh, definitely.
We were Batman.
Samurai Batman, most definitely.
Like I've never used the regular like bomb. I only use the sticky bomb.
Well, that one's a little bit more difficult to use because you have to use it like an arrow, so you're just throwing it. With a sticky bomb is very easy to just use in combat.
And you can get right up on it and not get hurt.
Yeah. Andre has no fucking idea what we're talking about.
Oh yeah. Spoiler alert, guys, but we've been telling you spoiler alert for the last 2 weeks.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's like I'm just on Act 2. At the same time, I came to that point where my fucking brain is just like, you're playing too much of this. Go back to other games right now too. I'm already at that point. You know me as a gaming addict. I'm fucking. So like I saw the PlayStation sale. I downloaded Warriors Orochi for. I played that. I'm still playing Ghost 2, but I'm still in Act 2. One thing that discouraged me is seeing the whole what type of thing did this, where the places we finished liberating were taken over again. You have to go back. They like turned it into like a leaf or something. You have to go back and fucking save some of those villages again.
Those farms, the farms.
Yeah. So what game did that to us before? It was like
fucking Mafia 2 used to do that shit.
Mafia, yeah.
Take some shit over, they'd come right the fuck back.
Yeah.
You know, that shit where you put so much work into taking over for you to move on and have to fucking do it over again. It's kind of annoying.
Or not Mafia 2, Godfather 2.
You know, yeah. And so, like, I didn't feel like I did them again, but then part of me is just like, my brain was like, you're wasting time. You did this shit already. Just go on and do. So now it came to the point where I'm just like, maybe I should just start doing the main side missions that pop up and just the story missions so I could get through the game. That's where my head is at right now, because if I'm like, if they're gonna make me do shit over and over again, I'm not trying to.
That's it. All you gotta do, first of all, some of those places, I don't know, I guess you did liberate them, but you only do them one time. That's it.
Yeah.
And they're considered part of the liberation for that area. So once you finish that, you unlock the entire thing. So it's kind of important.
And it gives you a big area that clears, and then you can see the question marks.
You can see everything right. Yeah.
All right.
So it's not that much of a pain in the ass as much as it seems.
Andre, I'm going to stop you because this was something Eric and I talk about quite a bit in depth, is the game does get to a point where your brain's like, okay, I'm tired of doing this, and you start feeling that fatigue. But I'm telling you, like, I'm sure you felt the resurgence once you got into Act 2, like, oh shit, this is fun again. If you're going to do what you're talking about, like as far as just doing the main quests and going, once you get to Act 3, you're going to be like, oh shit, because I'm telling you what, that's when that storyline really picks up for one.
Yep.
All right.
We told you, Dre, we told you to put your hands over your ears while we talked about that on the Nick and the Hicks.
Oh, no, I've listened to the whole Nick and the Hick. I guess maybe I didn't hear that part, but I watched it.
Oh, and I know how to make heads pop off now.
Episode I didn't listen to, so I didn't hear any of that.
That's why. Well, don't worry. We shouted you out. We told you. Put your hands over your ears, like mommy and daddy. You're cursing.
Yeah. All right, but other than Warriors Orochi, I also was playing. I've been on my Stadia with the new games we got this month. So I've been playing Soma, trying out that Beats and Rhythms game, which is very tough. If people want a challenging fucking game, that Beats and Rhythms, that game is like, it's like trance music, and you're trying to avoid all these things coming at you. And it's crazy, man. It really gets your brain going in that game. Like, you got to know what the fuck you're doing. And what I like about it is that it's not a game that like punishes you too much for dying. Like, they have checkpoints while you're going through it. And I thought this game was going to be dumb, but so I'm glad they gave it to us for free. And now that I'm playing, I'm having a lot of fun with this game, man. And just making it through it, because as the music's going, you're getting attacked and different things are happening. So it's like you moving through the attacks with the beat of the music and shit like that. And it's actually pretty fun. And I'm just loving the type of activity that it has my brain doing, because it's like, yo, focus. Don't look around you. Don't pay attention. Because if you look to the right one time, look to your left, and don't pause this game, you're going to die. Like, straight up, you're going to die. So it's one of those, and it's 2 players, too. So, Mike, you might be able to get on there with me and do a co-op through with a playthrough right there. And Soma is like this mystery game. I remember it came out before.
Kona.
It's been on other consoles, but I never played it. It's like a great narrative mystery game, and I'm at least 45 minutes to an hour in on that right now, and pretty intriguing. I gotta say that. The story's good. Part of it wishes this is the first game that's kind of like lets you do your own thing, but at the same time you kind of wish it was linear, because if you go the wrong way, then it's like you travel down this path for no reason, and then you got to go back in your car and go down another path or blah blah blah, you know. So it's one of those games I wish like you did something here and then they just told you where exactly to go next, because it's not the type of game that makes me feel like I want to explore much. Just let me just tell me where to go next. That's all I care about in that game. And then last but not least is Rogue Company, which is still in founders mode. Rogue Company, that is like a hero shooter objective type game. I call it the poor man's, I'm going to talk about this on a drink of the game, but to me, it's the poor man's Overwatch. And the levels are too small. The characters are great. I like what they're doing, but the levels are too small, and there's only 2 game modes, and it's after a while, it's just like, man, I get a lot of kills on there, but at the same time, I'm not having that much fun. That's why I'm glad I only paid $15 to get into the founders mode. You know, Fortnite was definitely way more worth my founders money when it first came out than Rogue Company is. So I don't know how big of a game that game will be, because it's just they hyped it up too much, and when you play it, it's like your vision wasn't as big as I expected your vision to be. When this game becomes free in a month or 2, I won't be on it. Let's just say that much.
All right.
Other than that, I've been playing other shit, but I don't think anything else is worth like really bringing up.
I got you on this one, because one more thing is worth bringing up and playing up, because I've been playing it with you. Little game I call Fall Guys.
Oh yes, why the fuck didn't we bring up Fall Guys? That's all we've been playing for like 48 hours.
I was hoping you did. I was like, please don't say too much about it so I can get to my turn. Anyways, I've been playing Ghost of Tsushima. That's no big surprise to anybody. I've been playing it since it came out for about 3 weeks, and I am not tired of it. I'm gonna think I could beat it right now. I could beat it tomorrow night, but I've got a vision and I've got things that I want to do and go accomplish, and Eric is like 3 to 4 trophies ahead of me right now, so I'm not cool with that. So I think another week, maybe week and a half to milk that out. And anyways, I've talked enough about Ghost of Tsushima. I'm not going to talk about that. What I'm going to talk about is the other game I've been playing. It's called fucking Fall Guys. It was PS Plus went hard this month, okay? They didn't have to do what they did. They gave us Call of Duty Modern Warfare 2 Remastered. I thought that was big. And the next day I see that they're going to drop Fall Guys on us, which is a brand new game by Devolver. That guy's
it was going to be big.
It was super hyped, I guess, at PAX East. That was like the last big thing that people got to go to. So all these influential people, they've been talking about it, but that's it. This game hasn't really got any other type of hype. But we had our eye on it, okay? Gamerish Network had our fucking eye on it. And it dropped, and we downloaded it, and we didn't get to play it that day because it was way too popular. So for about 7 hours, the servers were completely down. It got shit on.
That same day, I think we got to play. I just think you're right.
It was later. Yeah. So I'm gonna talk about that. So, anyways, I've been playing Fall Guys, and I love it. It's too much fun for what the game is. It's just too much fun.
You should be on the pod right now.
Yes, you should. So I warned you. I told you guys about this when I got Animal Crossing. My wife doesn't play video games. She doesn't. She plays some Mario with me every once in a while, shit like that. Mario 3, Super Mario Land, Super Mario World. And that's it. She doesn't play video games. So I got her on Animal Crossing just one day, and she took over Animal Crossing from me. I created a monster. So now every time I'm playing anything that's kind of cutesy, kind of kiddish looking, childish looking, she sits down and she's like, let me play. So I'm playing this. What time did we, as soon as I got home from work at like 2 o'clock in the afternoon, I tried playing it. The servers were down. Okay. She doesn't get home till 7. I thought I had it good at least 5 hours. No.
Nope.
I got on, logged in. I got to like 2 levels, and then she comes home. I swear to God, she looks at the screen. She's like, "What's this?" And I was like, "Oh, it's the free game PlayStation gave us this month. It's gonna be pretty cool." And she sat down and she said, "Let me get next game."
My wife was enjoying what she was seeing too. She heard your wife on the screen talking to me. And then, so I guess that triggered the woman intuition. Let me come in the room and hear who's he playing video games with, you know? And then, so that she's seeing the game, and I'm like, oh, I'm playing with Mike's wife right now and Mark, you know, and who tried and attempted to play, you know, and then she saw us playing. She's like, oh, this looks fun. I want to play. But she's like, after I'm done with the kids. Fortunately for me, she was never really done with the kids. So I was able to keep playing.
Oh, she'll be on there.
Sure. Aubrey was great. Aubrey, shout out to you if you ever listen to our pods. You know, you're a fun time, man. Like,
So
Mark loves her being on. She loves being on with Mark. The two of them have some fun. It's fucking just comedy when I'm playing with the two of them.
So this game is basically like cartoon Ninja Warrior. It's these fat little stubby people who can't move for shit. They can't run for shit. They can't jump for shit. They can't move for shit. There's 60 of them, and they move like a freaking stampede, like a herd, and they all run into each other, and they all knock each other over. And like these freaking the shit's impossible to get through. It's just it's too hard. But then you play with Andre, and then you play with Mark, and somehow they're always fucking 12 people ahead of you in qualifying every single fucking time.
I go zone in when I'm fucking playing that game. Except for last night.
Look, I'm going to tell you why. I'm going to tell you why you guys are so much better than me. Mark's really good. Hey, shout out to Mark. Shout out to Mark. Mark is good. I was on the headsets with Marco Polo last night, and he made it to the champion round. And it was grab ass. It was grab the tail. Only one tail shall win. He was the last person that had the tail until the last second.
Yep.
And then he would have won.
You love it. You gotta get in on this. You know, I'm buying you like 3 months of PlayStation Plus.
It's free this weekend, so
you gotta play this game.
Okay, we gotta. Damn, I'm not even home. Fuck.
So back to this, guys. So real quick, the reason why I suck so bad is because I was splitting up half my time with my wife. I didn't get the opportunity to get good. Okay. She was gone today. I played today for about 3-4 hours. I got good. Your boy got good. So that's cool. We played some shit. Definitely gonna check out Fall Guys this weekend. Hopefully I get him on Marvel Avengers beta.
I think it'll be a great goose chase, especially if your wife's playing. I think people will love hearing her commentary while playing this damn game, because she is fucking hilarious while playing this damn game. She may be even more excited to come visit you, because I said I'm going to come visit you, fly out there. But I feel the shit talking she's going to do when I finally get out there.
Just talk shit. That's it. It's my whole life.
Hilarious, man. I told my wife, like, we got to go together. You got to meet fucking Mike's wife. Like, we got to go take this vacation, give the kids to grandma, and we got to go fly over there to you guys and fucking have a good time, man.
So I watched videos about how to be successful at Fall Guys, right? And what every single person says from the very beginning is keep calm, stay relaxed, keep your cool. No, my wife can't do that, okay?
Oh, man. she already interprets her doom as soon as she sees what level it is. Oh, I'm sorry, guys. I'm not making it to the next round. You know, like she's just ready to fail before we even start the level.
Hey, shout out to Marco Polo. Look, if he's on like the rolly one, you know, I'm talking about the one that rolls, and you gotta
To be on a stream with us, because people are gonna fucking die with laughter.
Hey, he gets so frustrated, and the ones that if you just fall off and die, or you step into the ooze and die, Mark will be like, "Fuck this! I don't even want to live," and he'll just jump off.
Mark is just laughing in pain the whole time, and it's fucking hilarious, you know. So that makes it great, you know. We definitely gotta stream this with Mark, you, your wife, all of us are on there and stream this shit so people can just see how much fun this fucking game is if they having any type of doubts on whether or not to play this game.
Yeah,
that game.
listeners, for August, PlayStation Plus, Fall Guys. I know a lot of you are a Sony pony. Download Fall Guys.
I'm watching it right now. Some of the gameplay.
There's no reason for it to be this good,
No.
Eric.
No.
There's no reason.
It's like Fusion Frenzy all over again from the original Xbox. For anybody that knows Fusion Frenzy, I know a bunch of you probably don't know about Fusion
This looks
Frenzy.
so annoying.
It's so fun.
Yeah, you know, Fusion Frenzy. Did you guys ever play Fusion Frenzy?
Hell yeah, I got
No.
it. It was in a place or a Xbox Gold not too long ago, and I downloaded it.
Oh yeah, it was. But yeah, original Xbox. I remember my friends used to come to my house and we would fucking Fusion Frenzy it up because that was our replacement to Mario Party when there was no new Mario Party. And that was a great game. This game reminds me of playing Fusion Frenzy. Just a bunch of madness with a way more people. I'm just mad. I hope in the future they do an update in which you could do more than 4 people in the party.
Yeah, that's weak.
Game, you should be able to do more than 4 fucking people in a party for a 60-player game. Like at least 10 people in a party for a 60-player game. Like you could really fill up rooms faster if you let groups of 10 jump in there. You know, 6 groups of 10. I think that'll be easier than waiting for a dozen groups of 4. You know, like it'll be great. You know. So hopefully they do that in the future seasons because this is a seasonal game. So I'm excited to see the new mini games they might bring out. I'm hoping they give us more games and not just more outfits in the future. I'm hoping that's what their seasons are going to be about. So I'm looking forward to the future of this game. This is going to be a fun game to really play. And I wish it did do split screen. That was a fail.
Yes,
split screen.
That's fucking me over.
Not having split screen. This game should have had split screen. Built for split screen.
All right, so that's what we're playing this week. What's up?
So with Ghost, I think I'm close to. I mean, I have a bunch of trophies already. I don't have a lot, but I have a few, and I'm not even 50%.
I know.
You know, with all the fucking trophies. So
there's a lot of cleanup work.
Yeah, it's got even the bamboo. I don't know if we got a trophy finishing all the bamboo.
Yeah, you did.
You
oh
did?
No, I think you just got a mask.
Yeah,
you did
I
Today I maxed out my katana and got one.
Nice.
Okay, I don't know if I did. I must have. I just don't remember.
I also got one for getting all the 4 special moves, all the musician stories. I got a silver for that.
Oh, that reminds me. I got all the crickets.
Okay, so I'm sure you got one. No, I don't know. Did you get one for the crickets?
No, I don't think you do.
So look, the one that you get is for bamboo, haiku, shrines,
okay,
the foxes, and the one that's gonna take me forever is those stupid shrines that you get stupid pieces of clothing and shit. Not clothing, but the skins, the memorials or whatever the fuck they are. Yeah, you got to get all of those for one, and I think that's a silver.
Okay.
I'm pretty close to shrines. I got like 4 more shrines, but I've got a ton of crickets I got to get, and I've got those shrine deals. Man, I'm not shrine deals, but you know what I'm talking about. I forget what they're called. The
fox ones?
No, the ones that are just little pillars.
Oh yeah, where you get stuff? Where you get stuff?
Yeah, I'm way short on those.
Yeah. Yeah. All right.
And also, Eric, too, the fucking records, the Mongolian shit, all that shit.
Yeah, those are a pain in the ass.
So that's what we're playing this week. Let's talk about the state of play today, guys. Want to?
Yep, let's get into that shit.
You want to go through your list, Andre? You want me to go through mine?
Well, what do you want us to do? Talk about just what we highlighted, or
why don't you list? You go through just the list of games. Stop. If you were interested in it.
Bottom, and I'll name out everything and what I liked about it, and you guys could tell me if you guys have anything to say about it. So we start off with Crash Bandicoot 4, which I honestly thought this game was already out. I didn't even know this game wasn't out yet. I honestly thought Crash 4 was out. I seen it on the PlayStation Store so much that I was like, this game isn't out already? Like, when they showed this, I was like, isn't this game out? You know, and so I'm like, why are they showing off this game like it's not out yet? So I had to go into the PlayStation Store, and I'm like, oh, this is a pre-order? I was like, I thought this game was fucking out already. So they showed off like new outfits for each character, new abilities. You can play the whole game with Coco and one of the old enemies, Dingodile. And they have this inverted mode that has like different
mirror, yeah,
and shit like that. So that was all. So I wasn't too excited. I thought the game was out already because I'm not excited about Crash 4. It doesn't look like anything special to me. I'll buy it just for my kids because my kids are good with platformers, so they'll probably play more into this game than I will. Hitman 3, I was excited for the VR mode. I was just like, at first when I was looking at this, I'm like, okay, this is just another Hitman, and we know what Hitman is already. But when they showed it in VR mode, I was just like, what? You guys might make me pull out my PlayStation VR once again and plug in all these fucking annoying ass wires to the back of the TV PlayStation and get this shit working again just for Hitman VR. I want to see what it's like killing people in first person. You know, it's something we all should experience.
If they can get that strangle down the right way.
Just strangle down ones, you know, just practice, just in case we need it one day. They showed a Braid Anniversary Edition, which Braid is just a game of the past to me, so this was nothing. I don't care about an anniversary.
2008.
Yeah. So I don't care about that shit coming. And hold up, wasn't Braid an Xbox exclusive?
It was, yeah.
Oh,
it definitely was.
Show you how much Xbox cares about this fucking console war you PlayStation ponies keep talking about. Yeah, the Pathless, this bow and arrow indie game, where you like journey with an eagle. It looked all right, but it looked.
I got excited about it until I saw that all she does is just shoot targets.
Yeah, I'm just like, this is just another journey with a bow and arrow and an eagle, and I didn't like Journey, so I'm not gonna play this game. Spelunky 2 was shown, which is a very tough game, which I don't care about, and they just added multiplayer to it, which I still don't made me care about it. Genshin Impact was showed, which is like an action adventure JRPG. I'm not sure how to feel about this one yet. I don't think I'll buy it though. Aeon Must Die was shown. Wasn't that interested that I wrote no notes about it. Then they had this game called Anno Mutatem, Mutationem, which is like this side-scroller game, and I don't get excited about side-scrollers at all. We're past that time. I know there's a group of people out there that still love their side-scroller games, but I'm past that. Then
the next one I was excited about.
You like Bag Snacks? I'm not excited about Bag Snacks.
Bug Snacks, yeah.
Tell me why, because I'm not excited about that.
I wasn't excited about it until they showed gameplay, and it's fucking first person. It's a first person game, and it's just gonna be. You know why? You know why I want this game? Honestly, who do you think in my house would be down to play this game?
Aubrey.
Hey, that's an Aubrey ass game.
Yeah, that looks like her type of game, definitely. But for me, I'll just like, man, I'll pass. Then they showed Vader Immortal, which those of us that have Oculus Quest already or whatever Oculus have all played already. I played that already, so it's like whatever. Control DLC was great because we got Alan Wake coming in. It's called Awe, AWE, and it features Alan Wake, and you saw like an Alan Wake symbol at the top, and then Control symbol at the bottom when it came to the name. So that might be interesting. I never finished Control. I didn't feel like I had any reason to. I know a lot of people made it their game of the year. It's a good game, but I didn't feel like it was game of the year material when I fucking played it. But
I keep feeling like Control should be a PlayStation Plus or Xbox Game Pass game, and
it was a PlayStation Now game, but they took it off of PlayStation Now, you know. But then after that, they showed.
This is your game, wasn't it?
Yo, you know me way too fucking well. Auto chess. I've been hyping auto chess games on it. I download every fucking type of auto chess game there is. And then when I saw this, I like, they're bringing auto chess to console. I could delete this off my PC and finally play this with a fucking controller. I was so hyped. Yeah, I was so hyped to see some fucking auto chess. I am hyped. I know how to play.
Bored, and the only thing I wrote was Dre ass game right next to it.
Yo, auto chess is, I love auto chess. I love the competitiveness. I love the rankings. I love fucking the strategy that comes with it. I rarely lose in auto chess games, so you guys could challenge me in whatever auto chess game you want, whether it comes to regular auto chess, whether it comes to the one on Steam, whether it comes to the one on Epic. Challenge me to an auto chess game, and I will play any of you, the best of you, and I just love the strategy that comes from auto chess. But yes, I'm glad that game's coming. I don't think it comes till next year, which is a disappointment, but it's still coming. Then they showed off like this puzzler game that made me think of that game. I forgot the name of it. That was
it looks like a mobile ass game.
Remember the Vita game with when you had to do the puzzles and it was like remember that game, Eric, man, that came out on the Vita, and like you play it's just a black and white game where you're like doing the puzzles. You got to make it to certain parts of the level by I don't know if you're building things or.
It looks like a mobile game. Like I could play this in an office waiting somewhere.
And then they showed this game off called Hood. Outlaws and Legends, which
I liked it.
It was okay. I told myself a solid 6 when I was watching it, but yeah, it was okay. It was okay. You want to go more into that before I move on?
No, I think 7. I would say 7, but it got me. This was the most exciting I've been for this whole experience.
Another game I got real excited about that I've also played on PC, but
you've been talking about this.
Temtem. We are getting our real MMO Pokemon game brought to consoles. Temtem. We gotta be on this shit now. Like, even though I do have my complaints with Temtem, because unlike Pokemon, you grind in this game. In Pokemon, you could grind just by going into regular, but in Temtem, you have to grind. Like, you're challenged every fucking 15 steps you make in this game into a fucking battle. But hopefully in the finished version of this game, because it's still being built on PC and Steam. That's why we're not getting it until next year, I believe, either. But I think they're planning on giving us the finished version, which should have all the areas opened up. Hopefully we're not challenged every 15 steps we take. It's fun to travel with your friends. I'm excited for this, so we'll see how it goes. Then they showed off Godfall again, which at first I was hype about. I still think this is a solid 6.5 to 7 after what they shown, because one, no blood, is still that little bap. Like, this is not even a strategy game. This is supposed to be like an action adventure game. And like, you guys are doing the whole bap. Let me just see sparks come out their bodies when I hit a character. I guess I got to see how it feels when it comes out.
What weapon type you think you're going to be?
Well, right now they just showed off the dual blades and the long swords.
They also got that staff and the double hammer.
Yeah, I would probably go dual blade between the 4 of them. I think that's the one that would be most excited if I play it.
I'm a longsword.
is that they had to add in. What's funny about a lot of games nowadays is that they say no microtransactions.
But
Like
here
that's
comes some
actually
loot boxes.
like that's actually a feature in games now. Not having
Yeah.
loot boxes and microtransactions is actually a feature in games. Think about how
Oh, I gotta.
on now.
Let me hit you on rewind. So, way rewind too. Crash Bandicoot at the end of that, and they were talking about the skins, and they were talking about different characters. Didn't you think it was hilarious how they made it a point to say that none of this would be game and purchase? That
Yeah,
this
yep, they did
that
say
this would be you got to earn it because of how horrible Crash Team Racing did.
Like it's crazy. Like microtransactions is a fad. It's a bad thing, and it's so bad now that people have to actually bring up like there's no microtransactions, or they have to tell you that if there is microtransactions in this game, it's only for materialistic things. You know, just to change the color on this or that. Like there's games that I feel worth it, like MMOs. I don't care about microtransaction in MMOs because getting me new mounts in ESO. I never feel bad about spending money on that, especially if I'm paying a subscription. They give me currency every month, like 1,500 crowns every month and shit like that. And I save up. Like I'm at fucking what is it, 8,000 something crowns in my ESO right now, just because I had nothing really to spend money on, and I just feel like that game is worth me paying 15,000 a month. And I love ESO so much that I pay $30 a month because I pay a subscription for Stadia and for PS4 right now. Yeah, I'm that much into my ESO. I turned off my Final Fantasy 14 subscription so I could pay for ESO on 2 consoles. That's how much into ESO I am. You know, but yeah, no microtransactions, but people have to keep bringing that up in their games as
I
a
think it's funny.
yeah, that's fucking hilarious. Like that should just be a given nowadays to not put microtransactions in your games. But that was it. After
Yep.
that, you know,
Nothing
and
crazy.
we're gonna talk about that teaser Bully gave us, though.
Oh my god.
Um, about Bully. Like for those who
It
still
was
on,
some bully shit.
they told us that Bully 2 was announced on State of Play. And for those who didn't watch State of Play, we were all hyped. We watched their trailer, which just
Mm-hmm.
ended another fucking music video, which is on some bullshit. But I do believe Bully 2 is coming, or else they wouldn't have shown us that shit. I really believe Bully 2 has to be coming. But they were just bullshitting us. You know, I think Bully 2 is coming. But E, you're shaking your head. You don't think Bully 2 is coming?
Why would they tease us like that? Why would they tease like?
Because Bully
People
2
are
is
assholes.
Because they're pieces of shit. So.
the Bully 2 has to be coming if they're gonna tease us with Bully 2. They're definitely gonna do it. What is Rockstar gonna do? They're gonna bring us Grand Theft
They're
Auto.
gonna give us Grand Theft Auto 5 until we're
Exactly.
83.
You know,
They don't need to give you Bully 2 at this point.
they're gonna give us Bully. They'll give us Bully before they give us a new Midnight Club. If I see a new Midnight Club before I see a new Bully, I'll be pissed off. You know, so yeah, but that's all I got.
Yeah,
was-
not awesome. We still just want prices. We want prices and release dates. When can we buy your system? How much will it cost? That's really all we care about.
But we'll see about that.
That's it. Quit showing us the games. We've seen all the games. That goes for everybody. Microsoft, you too. Just fucking tell us how much your shit is.
Yeah. If they're not Microsoft, if you're not in competition with PlayStation, stop worrying about their price. Just drop your price if you're not in competition. You know, straight up. If there's no competition, you wouldn't be holding up your price.
So yeah, that does it on the gaming front, gentlemen. So E, I'm gonna hand it over to you and tell us about all that other geeky shit that we're totally into.
All right. So there's really not much going on this week, but there was 2 or 3 things that I wanted to bring up that I was interested in what you guys thought. So Marvel fans are demanding Black Widow to be released on Disney Plus after the news about Mulan. So this is from comicbook.com. And so they announced that Mulan was going to come out on Disney Plus. But here's the thing about the Mulan. So it's going to be streamed on Disney Plus, but you have to pay an extra charge to watch Mulan like if it was on VOD or pay-per-view, which I think is fucking bullshit.
Yeah.
So
much more money than any of those.
$30.
$30, yeah.
They're treating it like it's actually us watching it at the movie. So they're assuming that if we were gonna go to the movies, all of us would at least go with one of us and 2 kids.
That's not our fault.
Would basically pay $10 a ticket, at least in New York prices. I don't know how much they pay out there, Mike. But
well, he mentioned it. Mike mentioned it once. It seemed like that you could get a cheaper deal.
Yeah,
and like the drive-in. Isn't the drive-in?
The drive-in's super cheap. But guys, think about it. It's not our fault that the fucking theaters aren't open. If the theaters were open and this movie was in theaters, then we could still rent it at home for $10-15.
Right.
It's not our fault that we have to can't go to a movie theater. Trust us, we want to go to a movie theater.
So is it like they're saying, well, we're giving you a deal by making the $30?
I think it's a test.
You think what?
I think it's a test to see how much people are gonna buy it. But
I don't think many people are.
There's dumb. They're dumb in this way because if you wanted to put the movie out there that you want to test how much people will buy, it would be the Marvel movie. You'll put that out.
I agree.
And see how much, because I'm paying the $30 if I knew it was Black Widow. Mulan, whatever.
That was my next question for you guys: is would you pay if it was Black Widow?
No,
would you pay
$30? No. Let me tell you, but because of this $30 and because Disney's doing this, I'm telling you right now, this movie's going to get pirated hard. And people are going to get a good version of it because all they have to do is just get it right off their fucking TV. You know what I mean?
Also,
I would, because you know why? If I think of it this way, when it comes to Mulan, I'm not craving to take my kids to the movie theater to see Mulan. They don't know who Mulan is. But my kids, being a Dre kids, the way I raised them, they know who Black Widow is. They got Black Widow.
Well, why wouldn't they know who Mulan was? You wouldn't have played the
Disney movie at all. I never put on Mulan for them to watch, so they've seen that. They don't know, but they know who Black Widow is.
Mm-hmm.
They watch Avengers. My daughter has Black Widow action figures. Like they know. Me, for a family of 5, that's $50 going to the movie theaters, excluding popcorn, drinks, that stuff.
Yeah.
So at home to watch Black Widow for $30, that's a steal.
Yeah, but Mike said it right. Like you wait a few months and you just get it on VOD for half that price.
At least half that.
And you're $30. You're buying the DVD with $30. You're buying the Blu-ray with $30.
Less than $30.
Well, they had some controversy.
Time.
They had some controversy, right? Because at first I think it did say rent. Then they came out like the next day or maybe 2 days later and said, no, it's for own. If you download this, it's yours.
So it's for own?
It is for own.
All right, so my next question is, do you think there would be any positive or negative repercussions if they were to release Black Widow? Like, obviously, it's not going to make as much money as if it was in the theater.
No.
Well, if they put it for $30, it just might.
Yeah, but you also have to remember they rely on the Chinese.
No, you know what?
The Chinese aren't going to pay $30 on Disney Plus.
But they'll pirate the fuck out of it.
Right. Well, now they might.
A bunch of people are using each other's accounts. So
that's true, I
bought it. You could go ahead and watch it on my account. Like I would do that for you guys. If I buy a fucking Mulan and you guys don't feel like paying, I'll give Mike my fucking login. Go ahead, watch it with your wife again. I'll give Eric my damn login. Watch it with your wife. Go ahead. I paid for it all.
You were talking about Sony ponies. There are diehard Disney fans.
Oh, yeah.
I don't know what Disney.
I've got an uncle that when we were kids, they were listening to like the fucking Disney songs and shit. Like that's what they jammed on.
Yeah. So there's going to be tons of people going to watch this movie. But I agree. I think more people want to see Black Widow than they want to see this Mulan.
Still Disney.
Yeah, still Disney. But let me ask you this then. If both were to come out in the theaters, pre-coronavirus, which one do you think would have made more?
Of course it's going to be Black Widow.
I don't know about that. You remember we did
Black Widow definitely.
Remember we did the blockbusters. We did the blockbusters competition, and fucking Lion King was pretty high up on the
Lion
list.
King was high up there, and people had problems with it. People had
Yeah.
problems with Lion King.
Yes.
They had a lot of problems with the Lion King, but Aladdin didn't do that well.
But then again, that list was too owned by Marvel.
Right.
I think Black Widow will definitely make more money because, well, Mulan will make money because of people, those of us that grew up and we watched the original Mulan, the cartoon, and then we probably want to see this adaptation. Even though
you have to add in. Okay, I get it. There's a generation of kids or people or whatever who grew up with this movie. There's also a big group of Disney people who will watch anything Disney, whether they grew up with it or not.
And wasn't this one supposed to be the first live action without music or without the musical aspect of it?
I think, yeah, you're right. Yeah.
Yeah, without the musical aspect is the only reson I will go see it.
Me too. That's what I'm saying. They just got 2 more customers right there.
See it if there was music in it. Yeah, I still think Black Widow is Marvel, man. She's making more money no matter what. You know, I think she's making more money no matter what.
I think it would be so much for both of them. Primarily, Dre, just because of people like you and your family. You have a daughter. These are 2 strong leading role women.
Yeah.
It's gonna get ticket sales. Mulan's gonna get huge ticket sales. Black Widow's gonna get huge ticket sales.
$30, honestly. I will. When it comes out, I want my daughter to see this. Like, my daughter is into superheroes. I want her to know different ethnicities of superheroes. Like, it could be Chinese, it could be black, it could be white. I don't care. I just want you to know all these people. So when you grow up, I just love my kids knowing that, hey, my dad showed me all this shit growing up. You know, I just love that idea. You know, and so if Black Widow comes out for $30, buying it. This coming out for $30, buying it, watching it with my kids. I'm not gonna hold back. I'm mad that it's 30. I prefer 20, 25, but I'll still buy 30 because I'm saving $20 plus more if I went to the movie theaters. I probably would have.
Yeah, you also got to remember gas and all that other junk. Yeah.
What?
And concessions. Oof.
Yeah, exactly. Concessions. That's what I'm talking about. I was
you said the popcorn and shit. Yeah.
When we went to see Avengers Endgame, my bill at the end of the night, because we went to the movie theater that sold liquor and food and all that. That's like
adult concessions.
My bill was $193 at the end of the night. $193 to watch
Wow.
But I mean, hey, it was to see possibly the greatest movie ever. Am I right?
It was great. You know, I wasn't mad, you know, but I was like, God damn, I really spent this much money fucking in here because
a lot of money, yeah.
Like if it was Justice League, you'd have been shitty.
I blame my daughter the most. Her fun was predicated on how much food she had in front of her. So whenever she finished her popcorn, I had to buy more popcorn or she wouldn't shut up. She kept saying, Daddy, I'm still hungry. Daddy, I'm still hungry. So I had to keep ordering more and more popcorn. Then I ordered chicken wings and French fries. And then her brother saw her and he's like, I'm hungry too. And I had to buy him chicken wings and French fries. And then I had to buy me more drinks because this movie is just so great, you know.
Hey, where was this? Where did you go to see it?
What's the one by the park? Nighthawk movie theater. It was that one.
By Prospect Park.
Prospect Park. I think it's.
Yeah, I used to live near there, so I had gone there before they changed it. I haven't been there since they changed it.
Yeah, so because they just built it up like 2 years ago or something.
Yeah. They're still adding on to it. And
they show a lot of classical movies, so me and Star went like once or twice to watch like an old movie in there. You know, so it's cool just because I just love going because I'm an alcoholic and I love liquor while I'm watching movies. So it's great to have liquor while
an old movie to you is like from 1987.
I know, right? Yeah, it's like Back to the Future and and what was the other one we saw? God, I can't even remember the other fucking movie we saw right now. But
all right, so the next thing is this interested me because I was very curious about what you guys thought. So Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson buys the XFL out of bankruptcy with partners. So he bought it with his ex-wife, and who's his business partner, and the owner of an investment firm before the failed sports league went up for auction. So I wanted to, what did you guys think? I think, Dre, you said you were going to watch the XFL.
We were watching it.
You were?
Yeah.
So how was it? What did you guys think of it?
The side commentary was hilarious.
Okay.
Yeah, they had a lot of good commentary. Actually, the play was better this year than it was when it originally was made.
Yeah, it wasn't bad.
So because now they had like a bunch of ex-NFL stars up in there. Like, well, I can't say all of them were stars. I'll say players. You know, like they even have my failed-ass Raiders quarterback in there, quarterback in the New York team. And I'm like, yo, are you guys taunting me? Like, are you just like, yo, are you taunting me with fucking McGloin who couldn't fucking get us out of the first round against the shitty-ass Texans when fucking Carr got injured? You know.
So what do you think about some of the players being recruited into the NFL though?
That was good. I like that happened. Like they deserved it because they saw that they could play, and you know because NFL like they rely too much on these stupid training camps. And sometimes it's just like to me, if you could play, you could play. It's like people looking at me and saying, he doesn't look like a game that could play guy who plays more than one or two type of video games. And I'm just like,
nobody plays more than one or two. I mean, yeah, okay, but nobody plays as many games as you do at one time.
That's impossible.
They will look at me and be like, you don't play that.
You just play, yeah.
Yeah,
you play one kind of game.
Like they'll make that conception. You know, it's just like NFL goes, and it's like if you didn't come to training camp and we didn't see you at training camp, there's no way that you're that good of a football player. When everything you do at training camp does not amount to what's going to happen when you're in a real life game. You know, so it's good to see some of those guys that were playing their asses off getting their chance in the NFL. But I do think because The Rock is heading this, I wonder how Vince McMahon felt about this. I just wish that I could be there for that conversation where The Rock called him and said, hey, yo, Vince, I'm taking over XFL. You know, like
he may not have told him at all.
I think out of respect, he would have called Vince. I think he would have called Vince and told him because I'm pretty sure we're going to see The Rock on WWE within the next 5 years. So he had to fucking like call Vince and told him.
So, Mike, what do you think? Do you agree with everything Dre is saying?
Yeah, I watched the first couple games, our first couple days, because they have a gang of days just in the fucking on gang of days on Saturday, gang of days on Sunday. They wrap all week up into fucking 2 days. The play was okay. The special teams were shit. Play was okay. The side commentary, I heard the first game that I watched, one dude came over to the side and dropped like 6 F-bombs.
Yeah, that's what I love the most is them getting mic'd up.
And I remember posting shit, be like, did anybody just count that dude say fuck 8 times? Like, is this real life? And people were like, nah, dude, this is XFL. You could blah, blah, blah. And I was like, okay, I'm in.
Do you guys
with The Rock, though, I gotta continue, though. With The Rock,
yeah, sorry.
I don't think that aspect would be as big, I think, with The Rock being involved.
Well, how do you mean?
Well, because if The Rock was to make this bigger, and that's obviously what he wants to do, if he's going to put his face on it, if he's going to advertise for it, if he's going to sell it, The Rock's a family name. He's not.
Yeah.
He's not like, I don't know how to put it.
He's not the curse word version of.
He's not the He's not
Steve Austin?
He's not a bad jambroni anymore. Or jabroni anymore. You know what I mean?
I think he could pull this off, man. The Rock has his ways, man. The Rock's been vulgar before.
I see it doling out a little bit with him there.
I feel he could rock both worlds. He's like me. Like I could be the nice guy, and I could also be the asshole behind scenes. You know.
But
it wouldn't
be
X-rated NFL. It'd be like the R-rated NFL.
Okay, that makes sense. I was going to ask if you guys think this will help resurrect the XFL for a second time now. So let me ask you guys this question. Well, technically, it's a second resurrection.
Third you're talking resurrection. Okay, resurrection.
So
Hey.
let me what?
I was going to say, I'm sorry to interrupt you for the fourth time, but I was listening to a podcast, Two Bears in a Cave, Bert Kreischer and Tom Segura, two comics right now.
Mm-hmm.
And they had Warren Sapp on from the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. And when Warren Sapp was in Miami, Dwayne The Rock Johnson was there too. And he straight up called The Rock a pussy.
Okay.
He was like, he never started. He said, I forget what he said. He was like, he wasn't a mediocre guard and he was a horrible tackle, or vice versa.
Yeah, because he was a lineman, right?
Yeah. But yeah, they were asking Warren Sapp. It was like, hey, was Dewey any good? Because they called him Dewey. Was Dewey any good? And he was like, no, Dewey was never any good. He was big, but like he wasn't ever.
Well, lucky yes,
good.
He became one of the greatest WWE fucking personalities out there. Like, there's no bits out there that could beat the bits of The Rock when he fucking was ready to go in on him.
And of course, this is coming from a Hall of Famer,
Yes.
Warren Sapp. But okay, I'm sorry. Just adding that anecdote. It was pretty funny.
Yeah,
That's it. Yeah. So let's just say I was into the NFL and I wanted to watch the XFL. Quickly, Andre, the word is quickly, describe the difference between the two and why an NFL fan might enjoy watching the XFL.
Well, initially, when XFL first came out, bullshit.
Quickly.
I didn't want to watch it. Next time it came out, I wanted to watch it because in the spring where football was over and we needed our fix. That's why I watched it, because I needed my fix and I dedicated myself to learning these players and these teams because I just wanted to be invested. They have great camera angles. You have mic'd up coaches, mic'd up quarterbacks, so you hear what they're saying to the huddle and things like that. You get mic'd up on the sideline, so it's good to hear their emotions after some bullshit happened. And their the kickoffs and stuff like that. Special teams plays are different than the NFL. They're more exciting, cause for more, things, just to say, more randomness could happen as opposed to NFL during special team plays. So it's just more, they did a lot with their rules to make it more loose and exciting in ways that the NFL doesn't show us. NFL is still top notch. I would never pick the XFL over the NFL.
Right, of course, right.
The XFL is doing, if they keep on doing what they were doing before, it is, and they get better quality players, it's something worth watching.
Mike, what, you got anything to add to that?
No, I think Andre's exactly right. It was seasonal for me is why I'd watch it. The only way that any other football league can be any type of successful is if they are in both the NFL's and NCAA's off season. And that's it.
Okay.
Now, as far as explaining like where they're at, I would say the NFL is like Dr. Pepper. Okay. The NCAA is like Mr. Pibb, and the XFL is fucking like Dr. Thunder.
What the fuck is Dr. Thunder?
It's kind of
Wait, who puts that out? I'm interested in soda. Fuck the football shit.
Dr. K. Dr. K, I think, does Dr. Thunder. You guys don't have Dr. K?
No.
Like Fago, kind of?
Oh, okay. Yeah,
like a Fago or a Latza, whatever.
All right. Okay.
It's the cheap one.
Okay.
They're
so
all
you
kind
put Mr. They're all kind of what? I'm sorry.
They're all kind of the same thing. You're kind of getting the same thing out of it, but
yeah.
But when you're doing it, something's not the same. It's not right,
Right. So you put Mr. Pibb beneath Dr. Pepper?
A little bit, but not much.
Okay.
You know what I mean?
All
college.
right.
I love college ball. Like I could go for either if I'm
crazy.
Fucking,
never get into college football. I only played the video games.
I like college football. I like Mr. Pibb.
Bowl. I watch it only the bowls. I don't watch the regular season.
All right. So the third thing I wanted to mention was that Marvel picked a director for Captain Marvel 2 Her name is Nia DaCosta, or I'm assuming that's how you pronounce her last name. So this is a weird pick because she hasn't really done anything. She's directed 2 movies, and one of them hasn't even come out yet, which is Candyman. She did Candyman. I believe she's worked on other things, but those are the 2. She did this. Her first movie was called Little Woods, which I've not heard of, but looking it up, it seemed like it really hit the independent circuit, Tribeca Film Festival and that sort of thing. But seems like they're putting a lot of money and hope into a director where her movie hasn't even come out. I mean, it's generated buzz. Candyman has generated buzz, but it hasn't really come out. So, do you guys got any? This isn't even in pre-production. It's like pre-production, and this news has been hitting everything. Like everyone's talking about it, and I think the reason why is because really nothing's going on. It's been a really slow week, so it just doesn't really seem like that big of news. But I'm still interested in talking about it and mentioning it and seeing what you guys thought, if anything.
Well, why do they want horror? Why do they want horror directors?
Well, they seem to do that a lot. I mean, that's what they did with the guy who did Doctor Strange, because he did like a lot of horror. I don't know. I think because they feel that the horror movie directors are more innovative. They have been in the past few years. But they seem to be really going after indie directors also, because again, she did an indie movie before this, and some of those horror movies are technically indie movies, because they're really low budgeted. But yeah, I mean, I don't know. They're always scouting for fresh talent, which is great, but she really doesn't have much of a resume.
Well, you said that about Brie Larson too, so maybe it's a match made in heaven.
But the difference is that Brie Larson had already done an Academy Award-winning movie, or was nominated movie, and Candyman hasn't even come out yet. So, what do you guys think?
Go ahead, Trey.
Well, for me, I didn't put too much stock into it because I'm not even excited for the next Captain Marvel at all. Yeah. I'm not I don't even know where they're going to go with it. Captain Marvel is not a movie or a character that I put much stock into. And that with Brie Larson being Captain Marvel and her Karen haircut, that shit fucking is horrible.
Okay.
So whatever.
Sounded a little sexist and
no, I'm just saying
misogynist all at the same time.
Fucking Karen haircut. That's a Karen haircut.
What is a Karen haircut?
Like I want to speak to your manager.
Yeah.
And you know that short haircut that I'm talking about.
No, don't explain. I know.
No, we don't want you to.
Keep going.
We don't want you to.
Keep going. I'll go into all details that people would hate me for. But
are you gonna see it though?
Of course, I'm gonna go watch it. As a Marvel fan, I'll go watch it, but I don't care for it. Like I'm not I would care when it comes to the storyline of Marvel characters. I'm gonna be into what happens with Black Panther next. I'm gonna be happy to see what happens with Thor next. I'm gonna be happy to see what happens with Spider-Man next. Because of Captain Marvel, she's at the bottom of my list. I don't really care what happens in her storyline. I don't care if they write her out of Avengers completely.
They won't.
They won't, of course, because she's still new to the character cast when it comes to it. So she's still gonna be in the next Avengers movie. But honestly, if they were to take her out, I wouldn't care at all. I wouldn't even blink twice or be like, why the fuck did they take her out? So, so whoever's directing a movie, as long as they do something that makes me feel something when I'm watching the movie, then that would be an accomplishment. Because watching the first Captain Marvel movie, I felt nothing for her. I was just happy every time Samuel L. Jackson was in the scene with her to give it some type of flair, so.
Well, hey, you never know. They might, she might change it up and do something, maybe play the character different because of all the backlash that she's getting.
Maybe that's what she needs is a little fucking stir up, but right now, Brie Larson is just, gosh, I just feel she's so stale. She needs to change this mindset many of us fans are at where we just feel like she's just I don't know, man. Like, oh God, I don't know. I just feel like she's not exciting. Like she's not like Scarlett Johansson exciting, you know.
Don't even go. Even like because people could misconstrue what
Almost.
you're saying and change the word from exciting to anything else. So stop.
I'm just movie wise. Well, Marvel movie wise when it comes to Scarlett Johansson. Because Johansson is still a toss up when it comes to anything outside of Marvel.
So while you were talking, just to change topics for 2 seconds, somebody mentioned in the Discord, asked if anyone was playing Fall Guys.
Oh, my wife just came up and tried to take my headset.
And Mark answered that he stopped playing because he got pissed off for coming in second a few times.
Yo, me and Mark had the same problem. We're always in second or third place at the end of that fucking game if we make it to.
So I just want to say one more thing about this announcement is that it reminded me. So DC is supposed to do a movie called The New Gods, and they had hired a female director as well. And she had only done, she actually did a lot of work producing and writing. The other movie that she really directed was A Wrinkle in Time. And that movie fucking
horrible.
And as soon as it came out, DC announced, hey, this woman is now going to direct New Gods. And I was just like, why are you hiring somebody who did a movie that nobody fucking saw? And yes, she has a very long resume, but that was the biggest thing she had done. And it fucking bombed. So, like, I feel like it's almost the same kind of mindset. Is like, let's get somebody who's only done one movie and let's just put so much, like, money into her and let's just hope for the best. I don't know. That's what I feel like. But mark my words, I don't think this is going to be set in stone. Because this movie's not going to come out for another few years. So I don't think, I don't think it may not happen. All right, so that's it for the news.
I think they need to put her in, like, the Thor movie or whoever's coming before her. She needs to make an appearance in somebody's movie. And she needs to prove to us that she could be even more exciting. You know like a good scene.
Yeah.
She needs a great...
I'm sorry, keep going. I'm sorry.
No, that's just what I was gonna say. She just needs a great scene, like even the last Thor movies were boring to me. Part 1,
they were horrible. Yeah.
Boring to me.
I liked the first one.
Ragnarok was great,
okay.
But they had that one moment with him and the girl and guys and Hulk going there, walking down the aisle, and they're just whooping ass. Like they just had that moment. She needs that moment, with other characters.
I was just looking at that Little Woods because I think I'm going to watch that to see if I get excited too. Did you see who starred in that?
Yeah, I did.
Think that's a connection?
Speaking of Ragnarok, it might be because Dre, what's her name, played Valkyrie is in it.
Tessa Thompson.
Valkyrie in that, yeah.
Oh, there we go, yeah.
But yeah, I mean, I could do a whole thing about Thor. Like the first 2 movies, I agree. The first one was okay, but I haven't even. Dark World is the only MCU movie I have not seen.
You don't need to.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
And then they just
on that one. I fell asleep.
It's not good.
They flipped the script on the third one, and I wasn't too happy about that because Thor's not really. Honestly, I've said this before. Thor is not an interesting character to begin with.
Yeah.
But they had to make him funny to make him interesting. I understand what you're saying, Dre, but I think the problem is that there's a lot of fanboys that have already been pissed off by her or rubbed the wrong way, and I don't think there's anything she can do to get them back.
People will stick in their opinion rather than let somebody make up for whatever we think is wrong. Just like The Last of Us, where you guys just can't get over fucking Abby. I guess she's in the same position as Abby's in. Just like, you hate her, let's hate her for life.
Right.
I'm not here to hate her for life. I'm just like, show me that you could be more exciting. That's all
But you have that open-minded attitude, which is what everyone should do. So that's it for the news. We briefly talked about our Facebook group TV tournament. So I was just curious what you guys thought about it. Were there any surprises, any disappointments?
I thought for a second that Rick and Morty was going to beat South Park.
I didn't think for a second. I was like, if Rick and Morty beat South Park, I'm gonna go mad.
You get mad, really?
You
haven't even watched Rick and Morty.
Yeah, I never watched it, but I know South Park was always on the edge. Like Rick and Morty was.
Rick and Morty's on the edge, bro.
Rick and Morty.
They live on the edge of a razor blade.
Look, I love South Park.
I do too. You know I do.
News and talk about that's what type of shit South Park brings up.
No, wait. South Park, in my opinion, South Park has not been as strong as it used to be.
No.
You see Michael's shirt, okay? Pickle Rick became a phenomenon, like crazy, insanely popular from one fucking episode. And it went on for months on Pickle Rick, still. So I think it doesn't have necessarily how good show is, but also how popular or how, because South Park, I think, I wouldn't be surprised if people didn't even realize it was still on. I'm sure people think it's been canceled at this point because it's been on for so long. But it doesn't really make waves.
Well, they're so nonchalant about it. Fucking Stone and Parker, dude. They don't. Stone and Parker. They don't give a shit about it. They ran 10 episodes and they split up a season. You know what I mean? Like they don't give a shit about fucking South Park anymore.
Right. Like Rick and Morty though is that show where it's like the Boondocks where it takes so long for us to get new shit from them that we love it more when we finally get it. That's what I feel Rick and Morty is, because it's only had 4 seasons.
Yeah.
4 seasons, so it's and we never ever sure that the next season is coming. There's no guarantee.
That's not true, because
didn't they sign for 4 this last time?
Well, the thing is, from season 2 to season 3 took a very long time.
Yes,
but from 3 to 4, it wasn't that long.
No, like next year.
Yeah, so hopefully they keep up that momentum.
They never have to promote their new season is coming. We just know it's coming. When it comes to Rick and Morty, as soon as people hear a new season's coming, we're like, oh shit, yes, a new season of Rick and Morty is coming. It's it's not expected.
It is very well done. It's a great.
Yeah, I'm not saying
show.
that it's not well done, because every episode of it I watch, I'm gonna see 4 episodes. I loved every episode I watched it. Plus, me being an alky that I am, I'm gonna love fucking character like Rick. So I'm not going to be mad at that shit. I just need to watch that show from beginning to end. I've never seen the first episode. I don't know what the first episode includes of. I don't know what the second episode, I don't know what episode I'm watching at any time when I watch Rick and Morty.
Yeah.
Park, I've been on there since season 1, episode 1, and I own every season on Blu-ray and
DVD. I do. I have them on physical discs. I am a huge South Park fan.
I think Rick and Morty did get renewed for season 5.
I thought they signed for a couple more seasons.
Yeah, I'm sure they did. I was just surprised that they got beat by
especially in our group with a lot of the youngins that we had.
Yeah, a lot of youngins.
Morty probably would have beat out South Park. I was waiting for South Park to lose that one. I was just looking all day and it's South Park's about to lose this shit with Rick.
What else? So what about, I was a little surprised about The Simpsons and The Office. How The Simpsons just clobbered The Office.
I could see.
I was surprised by that.
It just has more clout. That's
it. Yeah, but they've also have a lot of I hate to say this, but they have a lot of seasons where haven't been very good. And The Office has a huge fucking following because of Netflix.
Yeah.
Hey, do you guys hear me okay?
Yeah. You're going to give her the headphones?
Say hi, Aubrey.
Hi, Aubrey.
Tell them what you're doing.
BK
I'm
Brawler.
with Mark.
She needs to see who BK Brawler is. She needs to see me in the flesh.
You going to come say hi? Swift. Okay.
Excuses, guys, while I see Aubrey. Hey, this is BK Brawler.
Hi.
women I know.
Have fun, guys.
All right, so yeah, now I'm not mic'd up per se.
Is she going to play Fall Guys right now?
Yeah, with Mark.
Yes.
Going to play with Mark. Yo, I'm gonna join them as soon as we're done here.
Cool. I'm going to bed.
All right. Well, let's. So.
Hey,
anything else?
what about Facebook question? Your Facebook question.
Oh fuck! That's right. I completely forgot.
Me too.
So.
I should have went over that, and it was my bad.
All right. Well, if we're done with the TV tourney, I could talk about it. So I had asked our Facebook group a question, which I now have to find. But it was mostly about open world games. So I asked, when collecting attribute points in open world games, do you spend them immediately, or do you wait until collecting enough and then go on a shopping spree? So before I give some of the answers, well, Mike, you actually made a comment. You said that you spend everything early on.
Yeah, so I like to spread the wealth in the beginning and see what kind of suits me best. But more often than not, I always go for health, power, like strength, physical attributes. And then I usually go into that, and like if something costs 2 this time instead of 1, or 3 this time instead of 1,
Right.
I usually just save up until I need to max that out. I always like having as much health as possible and being as physically strong as possible.
Well, that makes sense. Yeah, that makes sense. Trey, what about you?
Yep, I spend right away. As soon as I get a point in the Ghost of Tsushima, I spend it. When I'm playing Skyrim, as soon as I get the point, I spend it. Like I just look, except for once I maxed out on ESO, is when I started saving my points for certain skills and shit like that. But that's an MMO, so that shit's like kind of endless. But other than that, yeah, when it comes to regular games, I spend it right away. And I just usually, depending on the situation I'm in, like if I see like, oh, let's say if I'm playing Ghost and I'm facing a bunch of guys with shields, and there's something that I could unlock with shields at the moment that I guess just unlocked that point, then okay, I'm about to use that point on shield. So I always use it on, depending on the situation I was in last, that it looks like, all right, I might need to up the ante in this position, you know. If I don't do that, then I flip with a coin. Sometimes I actually have a quarter on me and I flip a coin, like, let me see what I'm gonna put my skills in at this point. You know, if I can't.
So sorry. So we pretty much had the same answers for the most part. Oh, Mike, I forgot to ask you, so we were playing Skyrim. What do you focus on with that when you have the points?
I like evening. So in Skyrim, when you level up, first you get the choice to do either health, magic, or like stamina, right?
Magic. Yeah.
I usually do 1 each time.
Yeah.
Keep those even. But as far as like the actual attributes, like I always go for like altercation, damage, or not damage, what's the like fireballs and destruction.
Yeah, destruction.
I always go for destruction, altercation, and illumination, shit like that. I like going for those, and then I go for one-handed weapons, one-handed sword or whatever, and then I always go for light armor. Oh, and crafting. I always go big into crafting because that's how I usually made. Before I use the cheats, that's how I made my money.
I hate crafting, but in ESO, I love crafting. Like it's like a pride of mine being able to craft some good shit. But
what about you, Eric?
Well, the first time around, I focused on crafting and the heavy weapons or two-handed weapons, one-handed weapon. Block. I really like block and archery, you know, because archery, eventually you get the perk where you could slow everything down when you're aiming. And block, there's that power move that you use.
Shield,
and that's like, staggers the enemy basically. And that's a great move. Dre, I got the story for you. So, Dre's mentioned this guy, Troy, that we used to work with. And Troy and I bonded over Skyrim. and he used to spend his points on sneak because he loved just sneak. And he would, when he was telling me, he literally like pretend to sneak so he can, like really further the point that he'd like to do it. So he would spend a lot of his points on sneak and pickpocketing, and he would just rob the shit out of everybody in the game. But yeah, so what about you, Dre? What do you like for Skyrim? What do you like to focus on?
The destruct, the magic, everything I could throw out of my hands. Like, I love using my hands for magic. So 2 hands, 1 hand got fire, 1 hand has ice or electricity, and I'm just fucking just killing everybody, just using my hands. And of course, what's it called? The speech, like being able to persuade people and stuff. I always love being able to persuade people to
buying shit on the low.
Yeah, and so those are like my 2 main things always in those open world games like that. Like, I can't wait for Elder Scrolls, was it 6 that's coming out? Like, I can't wait for that shit in 2028. Like, it's gonna be fucking awesome, but hopefully we're alive to see it.
The world's not burning.
So Eric, who all answered that?
Yeah, well, I was just about to say. So Charlie Bedford was the first one who said, would depend on the stats I'm going for, or if there is a particular perk or skill that I need to invest in, which makes sense. I mean, that just seems like, an obvious thing.
I bet he won't hear far because he's going to be mad that we call South Park a sitcom and turn off.
He'll get over it. So he said he played Fallout 76, and he had to invest 3 skill level ups into endurance in order to acquire the lead belly perk, which is the radiation from drinking and eating. But that
76 myself.
But that makes sense. Usually what I would do is I would just spend a little here and there, and if there was something I wanted that cost more than one, I'd wait.
Yeah, so like $17.99 right now with the PlayStation sale.
What, Fallout 76?
Yeah, I think it's $17.99.
I heard it's still
not
that
that
great
on
though.
Game Pass.
I
heard it's not that great though.
Already. Like I predicted, guys. I called that long time ago. It's going to be free on Game Pass soon.
So somebody else, Dina said that she spends. I spend immediately unless the perk requires more than 1 point. Then I save them as well, which is exactly what I do, and which is what I basically said. I asked her for a follow-up because when she's playing Skyrim, what are the perks she looks for? And she says light armor, sneak, and bow stuff, which, that's what I love about Skyrim is everyone has a different kind of style of playing.
Rare magic. So, like, instead of bow, I like doing altercation because I could just make a bow appear.
Right.
I can just make a big, heavy sword with my magic.
Yeah. With Ghost, and I mentioned this to you, I think, on the pod, I didn't do the stances at first. I only did stances depending on who I fought a lot of. So, Dre, we kind of held this back the last time we talked about Ghost, but in Act 2, you start to fight the Straw Hats, and the Straw Hats are a little bit more difficult.
I heard guys say that.
So. Right. So I focused a lot on the sword stance because I knew that I was going to be fighting more of those kinds of people. But now it seems like I'm finding more people with shields. So then I started doing the shields. Eric, or other Eric, as I like to call him, said he saves them if it's gear or ability related, and he uses them if it's just stat boosting.
Is that Eric? Eric?
Yeah. And Hudat, I can't say his real name because he gave me shit for it. So he said,
shout out.
He waits until he feels like he needs them. So I guess it means he hoards them, and then he just starts spending them when he needs them, which makes sense.
I've been doing that with Ghost.
Yeah.
I
do that
13 or 14 skill points in the bank at one point.
Wow.
Well, because you get to such an OP point, you're like, do I even need to do anything? Like, why don't I wait until I see
faster? But
what I need?
I'm always trying to speed through games.
Well, some of them are like I just upgraded the sticky bomb that you had mentioned because the sticky bomb didn't necessarily kill people, and
and you would get hurt unless you upgrade it.
Right. But there's the last upgrade is that you'll definitely kill at least one person. So I just I just upgraded that. And the last one we got was Samantha said, I wait unless I can buy a stat piece, let's say to do more damage or get more health. So again, it seems like people wait, they hoard them for a while until they really want them or need them.
Except for in the beginning.
Right. So that's the question. We got some answers. So we're going to do another question next week and then discuss it on the pod, the answers on the pod.
Yeah, definitely. Thanks, guys, for giving us some answers. We appreciate that.
Yes. So the last thing before we get into the quiz is, Stargirl, Doom Patrol, and Umbrella Academy. Now, everyone here has finished Umbrella Academy, right?
Yes.
So what did you guys think? Michael, what did you think?
I loved it. I didn't read the comics like you guys did.
I know. But what did you think just as a whole as the TV show?
Keep that in mind. I loved it. The ending was spectacular. Here's what's weird. So in first season, I thought Luther was a badass. And Diego was kind of like a kind of guy.
Yeah.
I knew 5 was the biggest badass until the last episode that we saw Avanya was OP as fuck, right?
Yeah.
So in this season, and I got a rumor, I forget her name. 2, is she 2?
No, Diego's 2.
Okay, so she's 3 or something?
I think she's 3, yeah.
I don't know, either. You know what I'm talking about. I got a rumor.
Yeah, Allison.
Allison, yes, Allison. And Allison somewhere in the middle,
Yeah.
of everybody.
No.
Yeah, exactly. This is not how that works. In this season, Luther is, I would say, the weakest.
Yeah.
As far as his powers go. And then I would put, probably Allison there.
Yeah.
The next, we saw Diego, he doesn't just control knives. He actually can control movement
projectiles.
Of any projectiles.
Yeah.
In the last episode,
just knives. What
thousands of bullets.
Yeah.
So he's powerful as fuck, and I didn't know that Diego was that powerful. I love the line where 5 was like explaining who Diego was, and to somebody, I forget who he's explaining to. He's like, "So what's his? What's his?" He was like, "Think Batman, but much lower."
Yeah, that was great.
So I wish that they, in the very beginning where they showed the new apocalypse of the 60s, Klaus looked really powerful because he was using the dead soldiers.
Yeah.
But then they didn't really ever go back to
He never really did that.
except for to catch people or to lift him up.
I was like, where the fuck is he gonna start learning how to do that shit?
I don't think it's learning. I just don't think he really wants
In
to.
that opening scene, I was like, oh shit, Klaus is going to be a badass.
Yeah, but he didn't do that.
Yeah, that didn't come to fruition. Allison is like as strong as she wants to be, I think. I think she could do some pretty horrible or great shit if she actually focused her power on, but in the first season we saw that like wrecked her life,
Right.
Oh, it made her life too.
And then Vanya's probably out of the Umbrella Academy, she's definitely the most powerful, I would say. But now there's new sister,
Lila, or
who's basically what, like your boy.
She mimics.
Who's your
she
boy?
Mimics, yeah. She mimics the powers.
Yeah,
What?
she can. Who was your boy from Heroes, Dre?
Peter.
Oh.
Huh?
Peter Petrelli.
Yeah, she's fucking Peter Petrelli. She can be she's everybody's powers, but only one at a time.
Many great memories.
Yeah, please.
So yeah, I loved this season. I liked the homosexual stuff. I liked with Farm Girl and Vanya.
Yeah.
I loved where they left their son off at the end of the season, where he still had a little Vanya power left in him and he was floating that rock. So you got to imagine he's going to be in the next season, but he's going to be much older. And
Right.
no, is he going to be good? Is he going to be bad? We don't know.
No.
What happened at the end?
But the biggest shocker I had was when Pops came in, Reggie, with the Mafia, and he was like, never talk to me again. And he turned around and they were like, well, we're the Mafia, so we're going to keep using you. We're going to tell everybody what you are. So then he turned around and he reached behind him. I thought he was going to get some swords or some blades or something, but instead,
Nope.
my man's unzipped his head.
He's a fucking alien.
And
Yeah,
that was
he's
the
an alien.
biggest fucking shock I've ever had. And
One thing.
God damn it, E, like you led me to this on on fucking Nick and the Hick. I was talking about, oh yeah, so Dad's a badass. I was only 4 episodes in at the time. I was like, oh yeah, Dad's a badass. I can't believe he's just kicks people ass like that. I didn't know he was like that strong of a person. And you're like, oh yeah, he's got a pretty crazy history. I wonder if all that stuff's gonna come up.
I did, yeah. Yep.
So I love it. I see why Dre went through it so fast. I went through 4 episodes, and then the day I sank the next fucking
Man, I'm
6.
video games right now. I'm watching all of Umbrella Academy. I was just like, I gotta get through this shit. Couldn't stop. If Eric didn't come to my house, I probably would have finished faster, but he visited with my sister, and I had to entertain them, so. But,
So, Dre, what did you...
Guys.
What?
You guys, the comic book guys.
Well, Dre, you go first. What did you think?
I obviously loved it. I was done this. I started this second season like at 7 o'clock in the morning when it came out, 8 o'clock in the morning when it came out. Finished Saturday probably around 7 p.m. because I entertained guests and then just said fuck them and went back to my room and kept watching, the season was great. I kind of love season 1 a little more. I'll say that. Season 1, yeah, I loved it a little more. This one fleshed out the characters a little more, but I was expecting my favorite character. Well, I have 2 favorite characters, which of course is Klaus, because, he's like a junkie and alky, and that shit is funny and reminds me of myself in some ways. And then also 5 reminds me of my way at the same time, where people say that I act like an old man all the time, and I think that I always know better than what everybody else is talking about. So
no.
So it's like both of those characters are like a mixture of me put together. But I expected to see Klaus when that opening scene happened. I'm just like, oh my God, I can't wait till they get to this. I can't wait to see how they got here. But the season never really, because they changed the timeline. It's just the season never got to that point where they got there. But
overall, was supposed to, yeah.
Yeah, overall, I still loved it. I wish there was a little more action than there was, because I guess that's why I like season 1 more, because the action was way more fleshed out in season 1. As in here, it's like a lot more character development in this season, like a lot more talking between characters than action and fighting and things like that. And when people used their powers, it was like Luther was using his powers like just to make money. 5 was 5. The same way we saw him in season 1, he was the same way here in season 2. Diego was also Diego, but we didn't get to see him use too many of his powers because, in season 1, he had a real objective. Here he had an objective too, but they didn't flesh him out as much and able to do that. I'm glad Ben finally got his moment. Ben was a character that was just like thrown in the backfire and shit like that. And it was just like, why are they ignoring we saw in the season finale of part 1 with Ben showing himself. Now it's like, let's just bring up Ben every 6 episodes, from one of the other characters, and no one else wants to act like Ben was around, so that's crazy, because if I lost a family member and all of a sudden they popped up out of nowhere and I know another family member could bring them back from the dead or show us. As soon as I see them again, like, yo, where's this person? You know, you're gonna want to know where they're at. You know, ask them how they're doing, whatever. Which I guess they did, but then as soon as he's like, oh, he can't time travel, it was like, all right, fuck Ben. You know, like that's basically how it was until it was time for Ben to show himself again. You know, so but other than that, overall, I give the season still a 9 out of 10. I give season 1 a 10 out of 10. This one was right there. I don't want to spoil too much. That's why I'm not going to talk much longer, but I'm not.
Well, I will. Look, so I think that, I'll add to what you were saying, was because I think the biggest problem with this show is that the characters are so callous, I guess. And I think one of the reasons why I liked season 2 better than season 1 was because they finally came together as a family at the end. My favorite line was with Diego when talking to, what did we say her name? Lila. Lila, that she, she has this mother that she finds the truth about. And then he says, I know what it's like to be in love with dangerous people. And then he looks at his family and he says, but they love me back. And I thought that was a great line because they do love each other and they do care for each other. But the problem is you don't really see a lot of that, because they're all going through their own problems. And that's why I like season 2 better, is because, like you said, Dre, they have their own storylines. And all their storylines were actually pretty interesting. When I first started watching the show with my wife, who has not read the comic, I said to her that Allison is probably, first season right off the bat, I said Allison's going to be, it's probably one of the more powerful in the bunch. Because yes, you can stop her by cutting her throat, as we saw, but she can literally do anything. Because she could just
kill your own brother.
Yeah, she can make anyone do anything. So she could have like this big rich life, or she could just do whatever she wants. She could literally just do whatever she wants, and there's no real consequences. But obviously, the power weighs her down a lot because there are consequences to that power. But I just wanted to, spoiler alert for anyone, the ending. I just wanted you guys real quick to tell me what you thought that ending meant. Michael, start with you.
That the dad met them and he purposely did not choose those children in the future because he was like, I raised these kids and they were a bunch of fuck ups and here's my second chance.
Yep.
Exactly. And then why was Ben there?
Because he didn't see Ben.
Exactly.
Because
so
I thought the motherfucker and always ignored him in front of other people.
Right. And I like that.
Do you think Klaus did that on purpose, or do you think Klaus was just an asshole?
No, Klaus was just an asshole. He was just being an asshole. You know what? One thing I didn't like about the second season was they rehashed a lot of the same storylines from the first season, which was kind of lazy. But all in all, I thought it was okay. I don't know if I'd give it a 9. I'd probably give it like a 7.5 or an 8. Because there's...
Yeah, so what did
I'm sorry. Go ahead.
What, Dre?
What did you give season 1 then, if you give this a 7.5 or
Did you
an
say 7?
Yeah, 7.5 or an 8. That's it.
Okay.
I'd probably give the... You know what? Fuck it. I'll give the first one 7.5 and I'll give the season 2 an 8. How about that?
There you go.
So, what were you saying, Mike?
One piece that bothered me, and I thought maybe this was just lazy writing to make it seem that now is more important. But I didn't like how Allison was so fast to stay in this timeline and really didn't say shit about the fact that she has a daughter.
Yeah.
Exactly. I said
it's barely mentioned.
Like, you want to stay with this man over getting your child back?
Yeah.
But then when they went to the timeline back to...
she's like, yeah, I gotta go talk to my...
She's like, I gotta go, get my daughter. Yeah. All right. So we all enjoyed it, though. But you were asking about the comic. They really deviated from the comic. And that's why I kept questioning whether they're going to talk about Reginald, because I didn't know.
When he took off the thing, you kind of saw like a pinkish, purplish head when their dad was undressing himself. Was that the same type of alien from the first?
I don't remember.
Yeah, that's why I was like, I gotta go back to my first book, and I couldn't find it. It's somewhere in my fucking room, and I can't find the first book. I had to look. I want to see if maybe they're correlating those aliens to him, and they're turning.
They might be
one of those aliens that we never saw them fight, that they fought right at the beginning of book one.
Well, that's another thing about the show is they're really not talking about the supervillains because there were supervillains, and I just feel like they're kind of straying away from the whole superhero thing, you know, because they're like, okay, they were a team and they did things, but we don't really see what they did, we don't really see who they fought, and we don't really see where those people are. It's kind of just an afterthought or a footnote, if anything. All right. I want to get this real quick. So Mike, you said you didn't watch Stargirl and you didn't watch Doom Patrol, right?
I think you watched Stargirl.
No, I didn't watch either.
So Dre, real quick, without spoiling Stargirl, what did you think of the episode?
I was excited for it. I can't wait for the season finale. I'm like, all right, shit's gonna, we're gonna get that matchup, like group versus group matchup coming in that finale, because here's the start. I'm finally glad that I'm gonna ruin this part for you, Mike. Rick's son is finally in the fold.
All right. Hold on.
Hold on, I'm just gonna turn you down. I'm gonna turn you down. Go ahead.
No, don't.
That's it. That's all.
Don't. Mike, I'll tell you this one thing. This isn't much of a spoiler. We still haven't seen Solomon Grundy.
Yeah. Which
is so fucking annoying because you're gonna just blow your load in the last episode. I mean, yeah. Well, hopefully they do. I mean, we don't know for a fact that they do, but just it seems to make sense that they would.
For the final 2 minutes, release him, and we're just gonna see him running towards them, and then end up.
I hope not.
Arkham. No. I think it's Arkham City, where you fight Solomon Grundy.
But I liked it as well. I am looking forward to the last episode. So neither one of you watched Doom Patrol, so I'm not going to spoil anything. I will tell you one thing. I liked it, but I was really disappointed. And after the episode was over, I went to go read about it. Now I don't know if you guys knew this. You might have known this, but they abrupted the season because of coronavirus.
Yeah, because it did. I'm like, how come this has less episodes than Stargirl,
Yeah, it's only 9 episodes. Most shows never do just 9. They'll do 10 to 20 or whatever, but it's never 9. So like it never really dawned on me until after the episode was over. And I was like, fuck, so I'm just telling you guys right now, it's going to be abrupt. Really abrupt.
And it's crazy because Stargirl started before it, but it ends before Stargirl.
Yeah. So it was very abrupt. I mean, it was good. Oh, one thing I forgot to tell you guys, watching The Umbrella Academy and even season 1, the show reminds me a lot of Doom Patrol.
Yeah, they're like an anti-hero.
I had this conversation on a drink at a game with Tim. We had this conversation comparing Doom Patrol and
Umbrella Academy.
Life too. They're just like the group of anti-heroes. They're the fuck up group.
Yeah, it's supposed to be about dysfunctional families, and they're both dysfunctional families. They both, Doom Patrol was always seen as more of a group of freaks, but the difference is, they all have their own issues, and they all have dysfunctional family issues. All right, so yeah, that's it. I mean, I'm very curious of what you guys think of Doom Patrol. We got to talk about it next week, but I'll tell you right off the bat, I was a little bit disappointed. But I didn't even realize it's like Flash and all the other shows. They just got victims of the coronavirus. All right, so we got down to the trivia. Now, before we start the trivia, I want to tell you that I actually went back to all the old episodes, and I tracked down all the wins and the losses for every trivia that was ever done since we started doing this shit. So I want to tell you right now, let me get the thing. All right, so So Mike, out of 8 games, you've won 6. All right, and David's not here, but out of 8 games, he's won 3. And Dre, our fearless leader, out of 8 games, you've won 0. So tonight's your night, baby.
Well,
I can feel
9
it.
games if David won 3.
Why is it 9?
Because you said Mike won 6 and David won 3.
And I'll be honest with you, I actually won 7 because our very first one, Andre kept score poorly, and I added that, I tallied that up at the end of the episode, and I had.
So Dre, I went through every episode. David wasn't on every episode. I wasn't on every episode. Mike hosted at least
2, at least.
2. He hosted 2. So David only won 3. Mike only won 6, technically 7. And you only won 0. So the fact remains you only won 0. But tonight's your night, baby. All right?
Yeah,
So
I doubt it, but we'll see what happens.
well, wait a minute. So I'm going to give you a handicap on this one. All right? I'm going to help you out. And Michael's yawning, so we got to make this fast. So this is the Steven Spielberg movie quiz. Now what you're going to do is you're going to name every Steven Spielberg movie that he directed only. So we're going to do it like we did the last time, I think the last time. So round 1, 1 point, round 2, 2 points, so on and so forth. Now, Dre, because you need this win, I'm going to give you 3 points. I'm going to start you off with 3 points, all right? And you're going to go first, okay?
Oh, my God.
But here's the stipulation, all right? You name me a Steven Spielberg directed movie. However, no Jaws, no E.T., no Jurassic Park. So anything else goes except for those 3 movies. All right, Dre?
Gamer that I am, Ready Player One.
Oh, all right. And that gives you 1 point. Mike?
Saving Private Ryan.
All right. Hold on. All right, now we're in round 2, so each costs 2 points. Go ahead, Dre.
Schindler's List.
Oh, wow.
Because I know that because I was an asshole back in the days. And I
I don't know what that means, but okay. Mike?
Yeah, don't want to know.
Jurassic Park 2.
All right, also known as...
I thought we could have used the
No, 2. 2 is okay. 2's okay. Also known as The Lost World. All right, hold on. Let me just put that down. All right, Dre, go ahead. 3 points now.
Did he do War of the Worlds?
I don't know. Did he?
I'm going to say
Your final answer?
War of the Worlds.
He did. All right, Mike.
I can't believe you didn't let him have this one. Raiders of the Lost Ark.
There you go. I was waiting for that one.
Okay.
Hold on. Give me 1 second, Dre. All right, that was Mike. Sorry. All right, this is worth 4 points now. Go ahead, Dre.
What was that
Dre.
Tom Hanks movie? The Terminal?
Wow, pulling it out, man, pulling it out. All right, you got it. Mike, go ahead.
Shit, he did a bunch of Tom Hanks. Catch Me If You Can.
You got it. Catch me if you can.
Okay.
Hold on. We are now in round 5. So go ahead, Andre.
The Color Purple.
Wow. Doing great. I'm proud of you, man. I'm proud of you.
Black card if I didn't know that one.
Yeah. All right, Michael.
Indiana Jones: The Last Crusade.
Yes. Hold on. We're in round 6 now. Go ahead, Dre.
Minority Report.
You got it.
Spielberg.
All right, Michael.
kind of a
See, I could go Jurassic Park 3 and I can go the middle Indiana Jones movies, but I don't think he did that. But I'll do Temple of Doom.
And I was waiting for that. You know, I was surprised that that's not the first one you said.
I just didn't think because it was so much different. I didn't think he actually did direct that one. I thought maybe he came
Oh,
back.
yeah, he directed that one. All right, round 7. Go ahead, Andre.
West Side Story.
No, I'm not doing any post-production. Nothing that has him come out in the theater. I'll give you a free one, though, because I didn't say that.
Linking.
You got it. I did mean to say no post-production stuff, but okay, Mike.
This is probably gonna get me.
Now this is probably where I lose because I can't remember too much more.
Jurassic Park 3.
Nope.
You're gonna get me.
All right. That was
He
my.
directed. All right, 8, round 8. Go for it, Dre.
What's that fucking animated? Oh God, it's always the one with the fucking dog that I always forget the fucking name. Oh, Tintin.
I'll give it to you. It's The Adventures of Tintin. I'll give it to you. All right. All right, Mike. You need this, buddy.
I know. I gotta think more Tom Hanks. Problem with Tom Hanks is like I don't know if it was Spielberg or fucking Ron Howard.
Yeah.
Did he do Angels and Demons?
No. That's Ron Howard. All right. Dre, so we're getting in round 9. Now, Dre, I don't think this is going to help you, but this is really a clue for both of you, I guess. There is another movie that if you didn't get it, your black card might be taken away. You go.
I don't know. I could give you another one that I have.
Yeah, go ahead. Give me another one. Yeah. What?
Warhorse.
Yep. All right, Mike. Then I guess that clue goes to you.
Yeah, so he said Color Purple, so it'd be one kind of like that, right?
I'm trying to think of what this other one is.
Beloved?
No, that was Jonathan Demme. R.I.P. But go ahead, Dre. For 10 points.
Yeah, I'm trying to think of what other black movies he did, but
I don't know if you get it.
God.
I mean, The Color Purple was a book, so that was a little bit more.
Yeah,
but I'll give you another hint about this movie. I'll give you another hint.
Munich. Did he do Munich?
Oh, yeah, he did. You're good.
I got the black.
Right. You want the clue, Mike?
No, I think I got it.
Go ahead.
Green Mile.
No.
Damn.
That was Frank Darabont, who did Shawshank Redemption.
Oh, Amistad.
Yeah, you got it.
Yeah.
Hold on. I gotta write it down. Hold on. All right.
Oh, really?
I think you know what? Even without the 3-point
I don't
handicap,
think the handicap.
Yeah, you still would have gotten it. But yeah, we still got some more. So, Mike, if you want to do one, I'll give you a hint. Mike.
Okay.
I'll give you a hint. So you said the 3 movies that were in this film series.
Yeah.
You missed the fourth one.
Oh, the Crystal. Indiana
the whole
Jones and the Crystal Skull.
Close. There's another word in front of it.
Oh fuck! It's not a good one.
Starts with a K.
Indiana Jones and the crap ass fucking stones.
I'll give it to you. Kingdom of the Crystal Skull. Kingdom. All right, we're up to 12. We're almost at the end of this shit. Dre, you got any more? Any more in you?
That animated movie, Big Fucking Giants.
Not what the S stands for.
Good.
But I'll I'll give it to you. BFG, yeah, BFG. Big fucking giants. All right, Mike. Yeah.
Yeah, I don't have it. I know there's another Tom Hanks out there lingering around.
There is another Tom Hanks. It's a newer one.
What is it?
It's
I
a
can't
newer
think
one.
of it either. I'm like,
It's only been the past few years. It's like a year or two old.
that's not him, right?
No, that's that's not. I don't know if that was Ron Howard, but no. So Mike, it's.
Yeah, give me a hint.
I will.
Doesn't have to be that movie.
It's about. No, I'll give you that one because you guys aren't going to get it regardless. It's about Nixon. Now shut up, man. It's not your turn.
Oh,
Michael,
I think it was time.
Michael.
It's about
No,
Nixon.
it's about the Nixon. It's about the whole Watergate thing.
I don't know.
It's about investigating.
Yeah,
It's
I know. I just
about-
don't know the name of the movie. Was it Frost?
No.
Okay.
All right, Dre.
Well, I said Bridge of Spies because
You did?
yeah.
You did?
Yeah, during
You
my
got
turn.
it.
Not win from.
But
being-
that wasn't it. That wasn't the one I was talking about. But yeah, that's that Bridge of Spies. All right, Mike. You got another one in you? I'll give you another hint with that movie. Think of a newspaper.
Newspaper. That's a good clue. I'm trying to think newspaper. No, I'm not. It's not coming to me.
All right, you lost on that one, Mike? You lost?
The Post, the Times,
Clean. What'd you say?
the Times.
Before that.
Post.
You got it.
What was that?
The Post.
Post? Oh, okay. I don't know that one.
Any more, Dre?
Did we say Saving Private Ryan?
Yeah. Yeah, Mike said that.
No. I might be. You said we can't say Jaws, right? Yeah. So.
No Jaws. Too easy.
I think I might be out. Yeah, I think I might be done. The Goonies? You said, oh, you can't.
No. He produced it. He didn't direct it. All right, Mike. Let's get you one more because I'm sorry to say Dre's going to win this one, but let's give you one more. Hey, Mike, do you remember that TV show from the '60s? It was a anthology show with sci-fi, some horror. It was a very famous TV show.
Yeah, The Outer Limits.
Nope.
No,
The other one.
The Twilight Zone.
Ah, there you go. All right.
That was a movie?
Yeah, it was a movie. Great fucking movie.
Wasn't
Should watch
bad.
that movie.
The John Lithgow part kicked ass.
Yeah. 3 people died while making the movie.
I was about to say Super 8.
No, that's the wannabe. What's his name? JJ.
That's your boy, right?
Yeah, my boy. All right, I'm tallying this shit up.
Nah, no need. Hey,
You
give
got
me the 3-point handicap and let's see where we end up.
All right, hold on. You got 59.
And by the way, guys, I know what that adds up to is me still getting beat.
Dre's got 153. So Dre's the winner.
Oh.
Dre, you did it, baby. You finally won.
Finally. I want to thank E for giving me that handicap.
You still would have won. You
Yeah.
would have won anyway.
Handily.
One of those easy directors to guess movies for because there's been so many fucking hits coming from him. So.
For a while.
Yeah, so I guess it was easier. Cause at first I was like, I need a fucking cheat sheet. At first, when I was at work, I kept telling myself all day, go and study up your fucking Spielberg. And then I completely forgot. I came home, watched it, stayed to play, and fell asleep. And then, I was like,
All right,
damn.
so bring us home, man. 2.5
All right.
hours. Bring us home.
So it's the end of the pod. If you guys like what you heard, like, please like and subscribe this video if you're watching us on YouTube. Subscribe to this pod if you're listening to us on Spotify, Anchor, iTunes, whatever. Please follow us so, you know, any little you guys do counts for something. You help us out in any which way. We have a Patreon now. If you guys want us to do more, if you want to get more prizes out there, not only me and my little competitions, please go donate like $2 at the least. It's the least if you can. Just $2 a month for the Patreon, and you'll get like your questions will be answered on our pods before anybody else's. You'll be asked to join us in some pods, you know, like have a lot of exclusive stuff going on with our Patreon. So the more of you that join, the better it's only going to get. Other than that, check out Nick and the Hick this week. I haven't checked it out myself, so jump in on that. Check out the Drink of the Game. I was guest hosted by one of our followers, Tim, one of my boys. We talk about a lot of games and shit, and even go into Umbrella Academy versus Doom Patrol, so that should be interesting for some of you. I promise I don't go in on a bunch of you, only the stupidest shit that happened during the week. You know, because I know a lot of you are probably turned off about my passion. You know, I know some would call it anger. I call it my passion. You know, and other than that, and also we have merchandise now, guys. Spreadshirt.com. Look up Gamerish Network. We have hats, T-shirts, stuff for your babies and stuff with our logo and all that stuff on it. Like, go ahead, check it out. It's not that bad, not that expensive. You know, every little bit counts, and we're just doing this all for you. We're trying to grow as a brand. We want you guys to know that we want you guys included, which is why we're so involved in our Facebook community, Gamerish Network on Facebook, Gamerish Network on Instagram. Gamerish 537 if you want to email us any questions or comments, anything like that, or drop comments in our YouTube video right now. Anything you want to combat us on, or any questions you have to ask, or something you might want us to talk about in future pods. We don't mind that at all. And other than that, like, I think that's it. I'll give you guys a chance if you guys want to add anything before we cut out.
No. What's your quote? You got a quote?
Well, we are Gamerish, man, and we just know the ish you should. Peace out, people. Peace out.